If you've been seeing wild cruise prices online lately, like really high, and you're wondering if a real deal still exists anymore, stick around because I found a few of them, including the budget king of all cruises. And if you're thinking about taking a cruise in 2025, you're in the right place. Hey, what's up? It's Corey. Today, I'm sharing what I think are the best hand-picked cruise deals, prices included, this year. Sailings that will take you to amazing places and get you on board some of the best ships out there. And I'm definitely not going to be recommending that you cruise on some dingy old ship from the early 90s on a 3-day booze cruise. In fact, most of the ships we'll talk about today are less than 4 years old. And most of these sailings are going to be a week long or more. Any price you see today, unless otherwise mentioned, it's for a base fare for an interior cabin. If you need help booking these cruises or any other cruise, there's a link in the video description where you can work with my travel partner, Travel with Brugetta, to get it done. It's free for you and it supports me. Let's kick off with what longtime Midships viewers and savvy cruisers probably love the most: the best value cruise options for the year. These ships, sailings, and destinations offer some of the biggest bang for your buck out there. Kicking things off, if you want a big fun ship with a brand new destination, amazing burgers, and good times for all, you need to check out this November 30th sailing aboard Carnival Celebration. It's a 7-night Western Caribbean itinerary starting at just $664 per person. And one of the biggest highlights of these cruises in 2025 is a stop at Carnival's brand new private destination, Celebration Key. This place is packed with overwater cabanas, adults only areas, kids play areas, shopping, crystal clear lagoons, huge pools, and plenty of beach to spread out and relax on. Pricing is looking very wallet friendly for Celebration, starting around $675 to $720 a person for a bunch of sailings August through December. And a pro tip, Celebration Key is going to be hot, so booking early is smart. I personally hosted a group cruise aboard Carnival Celebration, and I would highly recommend this ship. But maybe you're looking to sail on something brand new in 2025. A new ship that's just rolled out this year. Sounds expensive, right? Think again. Norwegian Aqua, the first of NCL's new Prima Plus class of ships, just began cruises, and it's offering a sweet deal on a 5-night cruise to Bermuda from the Big Apple, New York City, in the fall of this year. Pricing for the September 1st sailing of this cruise begins at just $743 a person. Unlike most cruises that rush in and out of ports, on this cruise you'll get an overnight stay in Bermuda, giving you time to relax on the pink sand beaches there, tour colorful St. George's, a historic colonial town that dates back to 1612, explore underground crystal caves, or just take in the nightlife of Bermuda. And for a brand new ship with such a rare overnight stop, this is a really cool find. Moving on, perhaps you want a little bit of a premium cruise experience this year. For that, Celebrity Cruise Line is offering a 7-night Caribbean cruise aboard their $1.7 billion showstopper, the Celebrity Beyond, on October 26th. This cruise starts at just $767 per person, visiting St. Kitts, St. Thomas, and Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, and you'll sail on one of Celebrity's Edge-class ships, where everything from the art to the architecture to the food is just a little bit elevated. All right, I promised you a budget king cruise in this video. And before I reveal it, if you're getting value out of this video, do me a favor and smash the like button, hit the subscribe for more cruise deals and travel tips and reviews. Right. If the price of your cruise is the #1 factor in your booking, then look no further than the budget king of today's video, the MSC Seashore. Sailing 7-night cruises from Port Canaveral that visit beautiful Ocean Key Marine Reserve, as well as budget-friendly ports Cozumel and Costa Maya, this cruise in particular is the undisputed king of saving you money. You're not going to believe this, but pricing starts at just $419 per person for the September 28th sailing of the Seashore, with a free beach day at Ocean Cay, resort pools at Costa Maya that are free to use, and affordable all-inclusives in Cozumel. This cruise will stretch every dollar and deliver serious vacation vibes while ballin' on a budget. And ballin' you will be aboard this elegant modern cruise ship. You're not going to know this is a cheap cruise. Ocean Key is one of my favorite places on earth to visit. It's perfect for cruisers who want that lush tropical scenery, snorkeling, white sand beach bumming without flying far or spending a fortune. And even the seating is free at this beach. Just know that embarkation day for MSC can usually be a little bit hectic and take a little longer than some of the other competitors that you may have cruised on before, so just plan to wait a little while. Now, I had a hard time deciding on what cruise to pick for Budget King because there was a couple I had my eye on. I know not all of you like to cruise from Florida, and for that, the MSC Seascape is sailing from Galveston on November 30th. It's offering fares starting at $475 a person for a week-long trip hitting Honduras, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. And with MSC being so value-oriented, they also offer pretty affordable drink and Wi-Fi packages from time to time, and these can even come bundled with a cruise for likely half of what you would pay a la carte. You can normally score these online during holiday sales, so keep an eye out around Memorial Day or the 4th of July. And for my loyal to Royal folks and West Coast cruisers, of course I didn't forget you. Check out this sailing on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas, leaving from Los Angeles on September 3rd, all starting at just $440 a person. And balconies are shockingly cheap too on this cruise, around $557, offering a 6-night Cabo overnight cruise. You're going to hit ports like Ensenada, Cabo San Lucas, and Puerto Vallarta. I have rarely seen a price this low for Royal Caribbean at all, let alone for a 6-night cruise on a balcony. You're going to want to hop on this pretty quickly. At Ovation, it's packed with modern favorites like bumper cars, a skydiving simulator, and the North Star observation pod, and even a robot bartender, so you'll have plenty to do even if you hit a bad weather day on the California coast. I sailed on Ovation of the Seas last year, and it remains one of my favorite ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet. Not too big, not too small, but just right. Next up, let's talk about some repositioning cruises. These are longer one-way sailings where ships move between seasons or continents. And for these, you're going to need some extra time off work or a longer vacation because most of these are 10 to 15 days long. These trips offer some of the best value per day that you are ever going to find for a cruise. Here are 2 repositioning cruises that you need to be looking at this year. They are so good, in fact, that I'm actually going to be taking one of them. One amazing deal is on board the Carnival Mardi Gras, another Excel class ship. She's sailing a 14-day transatlantic cruise from Barcelona, Spain, back to the United States on October 16th, and pricing begins at just $1,013 per person. That's just $72 per day. Perfect if you love sea days, lazy mornings, and ocean sunsets for 2 full weeks. The ship will have just come out of dry dock, meaning fresh upgrades and maybe even some new features to explore that we don't even know about yet. The ship visits Malaga, Spain, Tenerife in the Canary Islands, as well as that destination, Celebration Key, marking what is an ultra-rare opportunity to sail across the Atlantic Ocean on an Excel class ship. These cruises don't come up often at all. And if the October cruise on Mardi Gras doesn't fit your schedule, she's also sailing an eastbound transatlantic, the exact same cruise in reverse order, Port Canaveral to Barcelona on September 13th, and this cruise is a little bit cheaper at just $983 per day. Just keep in mind, you will be sailing on a ship that has not seen a dry dock or refurbishment in 5 years at this point. But maybe the thought of spending 2 weeks on a Carnival cruise sounds kind of like receiving a daily root canal. And for that, how about we look at a cruise visiting 2 ultra-rare port calls on the oldest ship that we're going to talk about today, the Celebrity Constellation. It's operating a 16-night repositioning cruise, leaving Rome to Tampa, Florida on October 31st. With a starting price of just $988, that breaks down to paying about $61 a day. And on this voyage, you'll visit Spain before stopping at 2 of the most sought-after cruise destinations in the Atlantic, the Azores and Bermuda. You will love this sailing. And I know this ship is old enough to order a drink from the bar, but Celebrity Constellation retains a 4.5 out of 5-star cruise critic review, and Celebrity are known to roll out the red carpet no matter the age of the vessel. All right, there are my top 2 repositioning sailings for the money. I hope one of them sounded great to you because they both sound amazing to me. But for cruisers looking for something a little bit special, a true once-in-a-lifetime trip, let's talk about one absolutely unforgettable splurge that might push our budget a little, but will still be an amazing value, all things considered. Of course, I'm talking about the place everyone is raving about right now, cruising the Norwegian Fjords. There are some fantastic options this year for this jaw-dropping experience. You can catch a 7-day Norwegian Fjords cruise aboard Sky Princess on July 12th for just $920 per person. I just spent 2 weeks on board this ship, and I can tell you it's gorgeous. These prices are amongst the best I could find for any cruise in this part of the world, and you'll be sailing on a ship that was built in 2019. But honestly, for a bucket list trip like this, I am blown away from the price on this cruise. I think it is absolutely worth it. Earlier, I mentioned finding some issues with one ship I recommended on this list, the Carnival Mardi Gras. Go ahead and tap that thumbnail on the left coming up to find out just what shocked me the most with this flagship vessel from Carnival Cruise Line. And if you're ready to book one of these cruises right now, the link to work with me and my travel partner Travel with Brigetta, it's down below.